Welcome to Understand the Math. In this video, I'm going to walk through 3 example problems and show you how to convert a parametric equation to a rectangular equation by eliminating a parameter. In our first example, x is equal to t squared and y is equal to t plus 2. We'll first solve for t in our equation for y, and then we'll substitute it into our equation for x. We get t is equal to y minus 2, and that gives us x is equal to the quantity y minus 2 squared. This equation can't be simplified any further, and you might recognize this as an equation describing a parabola that opens to the right. In our second equation, x is equal to the square root of 9 minus t squared, and y is equal to t. Since y is already equal to t, we'll substitute this directly into our equation for x. X then becomes the square root of 9 minus y squared. This equation can be written more simply if we square both sides. This gives us x squared is equal to 9 minus y squared. We'll then move the y squared over to the left, and we'll get x squared plus y squared is equal to 9. This is the equation for a circle of radius 3. Our last example, which is a bit more challenging algebraically, is x is equal to 2 sine t and y is equal to 2 cosine t. This is the same set of equations that we graphed in example 3 when we were sketching plane curves. Since x is equal to 2 sine t and y is equal to 2 cosine t, we can't easily solve for t. Because of this, we need to use a trig identity that relates x and y. See if you can think of an identity that would relate x and y. You may have come up with sine squared t plus cosine squared t is equal to 1. We need to plug x and y into this equation, so we first need to solve for sine t and cosine t. In the equation for x, we see that sine t is equal to x over 2, and in the equation for y, we see that cosine t is equal to y over 2. Our identity equation then becomes sine squared, which is x divided by 2 squared, plus cosine squared, which is y divided by 2 squared, is equal to 1. This gives us x squared over 4 plus y squared over 4 is equal to 1. And if we multiply both sides of the equation by 4, we end up with x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. This is the equation for a circle of radius 2. If this video has been helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Keep believing in yourself and have a great rest of your day.